Can't tell who's in here. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Thanks for joining. It literally said, well, it just jumped up to one, so I'm wondering, because it says zero when I saw the like. So now it says one, so I'm wondering, is it one and you? Like, I don't know. How you doing, dog? Can you hear me all right? I ain't interrupting anybody's live, am I? Because I don't be knowing. I be jumping on here randomly, and I be hoping that I ain't stepped on nobody's toes. It's not like they in my community or anything anyway, but yeah, I know y'all be supporting each other, so I don't be wanting to step on nobody's toes. Thank you. Thanks for y'all joining. Please hit the like uh, and or sub. I would love that in you guys. We got 6 viewers, 1 like, so let's get it going. Uh, I titled my live today, Reconnecting. So, there's been a lot of reconnecting going on as of lately. And it's been mostly with myself. I've been reconnecting with myself. And when I tell you I've learned a lot about myself, it's crazy. It's amazing. I was just talking to my friend who, oh yeah, it is. I was just talking to my friend who's going through the breakup, and I don't know. I think I had touched on this before, but we always have like friends that are yes men, yes women that don't want to smoke, don't want to ruffle any feathers. When like we have friends in need, like we have friends that need real advice and real conversation, we tend to like walk on eggshells, like needles on the ground or something. And I'm not one of those friends. So I'm one of those friends that if you need to be told the truth, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And I really hope and pray that every friend that I have, that every person that I call my friend, do the same for me. But he going through this tough breakup with his girl, and well, his ex-girl now, because she says she don't want to have anything else to do with him. And he was giving me the breakdown of everything that happened with him in the relationship, or with them in the relationship. And he just kept on with this, like, yeah, I did this, but she did that. Yeah, I did this, but then she did that. But then. And I'm like, bro, if you holding her responsible for everything that her reaction to your stuff, then that ain't fair. Please be sure to give a thumbs up as you join. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, because we got 15 in here. 1 like. What's going on, Ted? Ted? I think it's Ted. I'm gonna roll with Ted. How you doing? Thank you for joining. If you can, please hit the like. And also hit the, thank you for the like. And also, if you can, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe. I promise you, you'll enjoy yourself. Well, at least you'll have some really good conversations, or hear some really good conversations. 6'7", I know about that. Yeah, get out of here. What's up, Big Baddie? 6'7", yeah. Woodworker Steve. What's up, Steve? Thanks for joining. Just passing by, and I like. These guys need to double tap too, man. I know it's just, I think that's like the biggest, well, the hardest thing to get done on this is to have people come join, as opposed to just watching. They at least hit the like just to say that they've been through here. It's like, you know how that goes. I wish you a Merry Christmas. Here, subscribe and like. Thank you, appreciate that. What is that? Freaking. Thank you for the sub. But as I was saying, the title of this live is Reconnecting. And I was talking to my friend who's going through a bad relationship or a bad breakup. Um, and I was saying how I'm a no-nonsense type friend. I like to keep it 100,000 with you. Like, I'm not going to play, because I take friendship very seriously. So he was telling me about everything that happened. He kept on telling me, like, yeah, well, you know, like, he was very accusative of what she was doing, what she had going on. And having been in a relationship like that, where I was first assuming, but assuming off of the things that were transpiring around me and in the atmosphere. I got consumed with trying to figure out what was going on, which was very heavy on me. But the reason I say so is because it wasn't the same. It was like there was literally like breadcrumbs that were left that told me that what I was thinking and what I was feeling and what I was half seeing, because I was raised on this believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. So what I was half seeing was going right with my fears and thoughts. So and eventually some of that stuff came out to be actual factual. So the difference between my situation and his is that what's up? It's that Yeet the Best Rapper. I think you've been here before, right? But the difference between our situations is his girl he's never, like, his ex he's never seen her do anything wrong, right? And that's fine. So he kept on like, oh, Fernando. What's up, Fernando? How you doing? We have a Dylan in here? Or is that another one of those, get him to say that? But anyway, so he was very accusatory, very accusative of her. And I can see how that could be taxing, because I've also been in a situation where I kept getting accused of stuff that I truly wasn't having a hand in, I could not even be capable of, and that was just like draining. But with that being said, he kept accusing her of things that were never found to be, there was not even a breadcrumb. He just basically felt like she was a beautiful woman, she's a beautiful woman, and he didn't want other men to associate with her at all, like don't even talk to her. And or if they did, if she was having conversations, or it was a problem, because he just didn't have the faith and the confirmation in himself and the confidence in himself. But as I'm talking to him, I'm noticing that everything that he's saying to me is basically, well, yeah, she did this. And then it's like for instance, he said she went out on a date. Like, I believe she went out on a date. And I said, how do you know that? And he says, I believe it because she had made a post. I'm like, what's the post say? And the post was like, I had an amazing day. That literally was the post. And I'm like, what makes you think that that's what she did? And the post was only like, I had an amazing day. And he was like, well, she put a song behind it. And I'm like, well, what's the song? And the song was like, it's a gospel song, and it was like, The Man I Need. That was the name of the song, like the man I need. And so, okay, like, bro, what does that? Why would you put that with her amazing day post and think that she went out on a date? And he literally was like, he had sent her a text message or something, and it was like pertaining to like, it was like something to the extent of, yeah, I still have love for you and everything, and I'm hoping you having a great day or whatever. It's just amazing to me that you're already out on a date or you're already dating. And I'm like, bro, why would you send that? And he says, well, yeah, but she be sending these subliminal messages. And I'm like, if they subliminal, you clearly not getting them, because that didn't mean that she was on the date or whatever. So I had noticed that, like, it's a lot of times, and I think I said this before too, when we going through stuff that's tough, especially like breakups and relationships, and or just trying to get a relationship corrected, it don't necessarily have to end in a breakup. It's like we always are able to use our pointers. Our pointers. You did this, you did that, you did this. But we never are able to use our thumbs and look back at what we did. I did this, I did that. I learned that a long time ago. Sometimes the I did this outweighs the you did that. And a lot of times the you did that outweighs the I did this. But I think in this very instant, the I did this outweighed the you did that, because I don't think the you did that he was blaming her for, she actually did. And that's a shame too, because in my assessment, they made the quintessential couple. And they're both Christian. They're both church goers. There's some Sunday goers, and then they even go after, like, in between week, during the week sometimes. I just think they were a great couple. And not because they're religious or anything, but just the fact that they both were religious and to the same, they both were Christian, and they could learn how to navigate that lifestyle. And both of them were well spoken. I don't know, sometimes I think relationships are better when it's a yin and a yang, right? Like, and a little bit in between, a little cross in between, but a yin and a yang. Like, you did it this way, I get it this way. If we put it together, we can come full circle. It fits perfectly, and we full circle with it. And I think they were the yin and the yang to each other. But they can't get it right. And I think it's also a thing with age. The younger you are, the more you think you have, more options you think you have, and which is fine, because I think no matter what your age is, you should feel like you do have options. But at certain ages, you have to sit up and say, like, do I want to keep on looking through these options, or do I want to make the best decision I can make, and then make that work for the better? That's when you're an adult, when you realize that, like, I got something great, and all this that's passing me, and that's just distraction and noise, background noise. I don't need it. I need what I got. I'm gonna work on what I got. And that's the thing, like, you'll be sitting around at age like 32 thinking, I got enough time. I can do this. I can find who I need to find. I can get my business and everything going, and my career rolling, and I got enough time to deal with all these other, like, personalities, or just these few personalities, and procrastinate with them or get to learn them or whatever. I got enough time. And then you'll be looking up at like 40 years old going, damn, I wasted all my time. And I won't say wasted my time, but I gave all of that time that just passed me to the wrong people. And then we get to that age, or that revelation, and then it's kind of like a defeatist way of living, whereas you start to say, well, you know what, I ain't found them, I ain't found her. It's time to just enjoy life. And then for some reason, we always think enjoying life is like putting all these other personalities and spirits around you, and yeah, I'm just getting to know people again and all that. And it's really just, you know what, when I bought this, I knew it wasn't no good. Maybe that's a good thing, that it stopped working. But yeah, so that's where the disconnection comes. And once you're disconnected, you're one and they're one. And now it's time to reconnect with yourself before you can reconnect anywhere else. And I'm hoping and praying that he reconnects with himself. I really am. Because we all deserve someone good in our life. Well, not all of us deserve someone good in our life, because some of us are not good people. But it would be nice to see that those good people find good people. So what's clever? What's going on with y'all? I think sometimes well, it's my job to be long-winded. But yeah, that love thing is an amazing thing. What do I want to hear? I want to hear something calming. I don't want to hear any music, like, so per se. Just like nature or something. So I'm going to ask Alexa to play fan skills. Alexa, play fan skills.
Box Fan Pro includes upgraded sound quality, extended tracks for improved looping, no interruptions. New subscribers can try it for free. Are you interested?
No.
Okay.
It's not a great experience with kick my feet up. What y'all got going on? So I keep on. So in the conversation about reconnecting, I remember, and it always takes like a trauma. It always takes like a trauma to disconnect you and have you on your journey to be reconnected with yourself. So death can do it. We've already established that breakups can do it. So also jobs, status, whatever it is, it's like every connection is something tough. So I was thinking, like, and even when you like, even if it's like a relationship, and you've done the work for yourself, and y'all reconnect, it's never gonna be the same. And that could be good. That could definitely be a positive thing. But I think that's the worry of it working out to be a positive thing or just ending up still bad is what keeps people from reconnecting. So you got this thing where people disconnect, especially if it's a disconnect. Well, no matter what the disconnection is, when you have two people that have been together in front of an audience, and they've both like given their ideas and or beliefs in what that connection will do, who they're connected with, that building a rapport with the other people that's in the circle and involved. When there's a disconnection, those two people tend to fall back into the connections that they had prior to this, connecting, the family and friends that they go to and talk to and everything and deal with that they had in their lives when you guys met. And they go back to their proverbial ring corners, and what they do is they start to reflect with pointing fingers. They start when they talk to their people about the disconnection. It's not about what it's never really about what really happened. It's always a time. Well, no matter what they did or what you did, it's always what they did. Even if what they did was in response to what you did, it's never gonna be like, well, I messed it up or I effed it up. So now you're talking to your people and you're giving them the worst of, and some of it probably is embellished, but you're giving them the worst experience of the person you just disconnected with not necessarily because it's true, but because you have your tribe and you want your tribe to be basically on your side, regardless. Like, you want that loyalty, so you won't tell them the whole truth, and you hide behind, like, well, I don't want to put all my business out there, but you will almost, like, you will go after the person you just disconnected with, old character, for this audience of people that you want to be on your side. And even when you realize that you might have embellished, you might have even lied to keep your people loyal to what you got going on, or not speaking badly to you about you, then you realize that maybe I want to be with that person, and maybe we could reconnect. I'm ready to do this, but now I did all this bad conversation about this person that used to be my person, that I would like to be back in my. I've done all this bad talking about him, and I need to save face. And sometimes it's bigger than the relationship to save face. So there definitely has to be like a realignment with that, of that person with himself or herself, in order to really understand and reconcile, and or get that reconnection going. And that is a reconnection in itself. Because how you gonna tell somebody after you just said all the worst things about the person that you want to be with? And I think that's what happens, and that's why you have like conversations with people saying things like, well, I'm just gonna stay away from them. They want this person, she want to be dumb, he want to be dumb, let them be dumb. It is what it is. That's when you have the friends or the family members that will tolerate you enough to be around you at events, family gatherings, and stuff like that. But now you're with the person that you've talked so negatively about, but you didn't mean that. But you did say it to these people who care about you and are concerned, and now even more concerned, and probably falsely concerned about the person you're with. So you gotta be careful with those disconnections. I've seen instances where couples have disconnected, and kept their networks going. That were probably the reason why they disconnected. Totally flooded their network with disingenuous information and all kind of other stuff, just to get in front of anything that might transpire from the other, the other person. And then when all of that, when the smoke is cleared and everything is settled, and people realize like maybe we went too far, or I would like to have a conversation or whatever, it's like, and this is how I'm gonna, express or give the olive branch, or how do you say, extend an olive branch. can't, because your network can see you. And that's what I think when it comes to holding on to salvaging something that you really want, you have to be brave. You have to be brave against everything that you've done and everything that they possibly have done. You have to be brave enough to admit when you're wrong to the masses, because no matter, and I don't mean the masses, but to the ones that really count. Because it really don't matter about what strangers think. Social media, all that, it's just those that really count. But you have to explain that. That's why I do my best not to, like, talk bad about people who I've once connected with. Because you just never know. Like, not so much as if it get back to them and then they confront you about it, because that's not the thing. It's just what you put out in the atmosphere, what you put out there in the air that may affect that later. Like, you can't go back to a network that was a problem for your connection and then think that someone in that network is not going to try and maybe one day or another get upset and use the information that you did, that you gave, against you or them. But I might be getting a little off subject, so I won't just continue to babble about that part of it. But I got the opportunity to reconnect with myself. It makes me much stronger to make a connection with the next connection I make is going to be so much stronger. I don't think people get to do that often. I don't think people get to reconnect with themselves. I think there's so much noise in the background. There's so much distraction in the front that it's incredibly difficult to. We are a victim of false options. We have people that will present themselves as the next best thing, and they'll wait and they'll find out what your weaknesses is. They'll find out what it is that whatever you got going on with whoever you got going on, where's the issues, where's the problems. They'll realize that they don't want to they'll do enough to get where they need to be in the situation. You gotta be worried. You gotta be. I was listening to this young lady the other day talking, and she was basically saying, like, be mindful of those. She was talking to the lady, so she was basically like, be mindful of those work husbands, those best friends, those whatevers. You know, those for the women. For the men, be mindful of those women that you go confide in when your woman is doing you wrong or whatever. That's because, like she was saying about the men to the women, a listening ear ain't nothing but a hard digging weight. And what she meant by that, because she broke it down too, was basically like, you're thinking. And basically, women love men who seem to be listening to you, who are hearing what they're saying, who are empathetic to what they go through. And men know this. And so the thing is, women will run to those men, the work boo, the best friend that never tried that or whatever, and all of them. And these guys are just sitting around. Oh yeah, I would never do that. And, oh, he tripping, and oh he don't know what he got. And the women taking that in, and they taking that in, and they taking the whole time. You telling this man, these men about your guy, and they just waiting to do something, and they ain't gonna do nothing but play this worse than whatever you think that person did. And it goes the other way around, but I say all the time, I'm a man, so I can only speak from my perspective. So if you're in a position or a mind state, man or woman, whereas you think that options should be weighed while you're in a collective, like while you're in a full-out relationship, it's time to reconnect with yourself. It's time to, or if when you're not with, like, the older we get, the less we have time to play with options. It's called making a decision and living with it and working on it. But we so fed into thinking that we got more than tomorrow. We so stuck into thinking that we don't lose value by stretching ourselves or spreading ourselves with all these options. I literally used to just be like, from one girl to the next, one woman to the next. What's up, Gus? Thank you for coming through, bro. I appreciate you. Hit the like, don't forget. But, I used to be like from one girl to the next, one girl to the next, one girl to the next. And I heard like some conversation between women, and I could only respect it and understand where they were coming from. Like, it's the same thing with men. But see, we are wired a little differently. We just feel like if we get a woman and we try and hold on to her, we try and keep her, and lock her down, but if she goes, she gone, and some of us move on, some of us kind of go crazy, but we move, we try to move on. But spreading yourself thin like that, and not even just spreading it's just a devaluation of yourself. Like, dang, bro, like, as a man, it used to be cool to point at this girl and that girl and that girl and this girl and that girl and say, yeah, I hear her. Until those circles started crossing, those lines, she know her, and it's not like they were fighting or anything, but now he just doing anybody, he doing everybody, like he just, all my little lady friends are vulnerable. I can't trust him, or I can't go out with him and be proud of, like that. and I think and unfortunately it's worse for women, because don't know, man, like I guess you call them simps, but you people, men and women, y'all don't know how much value you have when you are in self-control, when you know who you are, when you don't have to spread yourself and be a part of every option you have, or trying every option you have. Sometimes it's good to just have options. I mean, to know you had them, to know that they were there. Like, ain't nothing wrong with, I don't have a problem with knowing that I used to be a player. It was in me. But now, I'm good. I can live with the fact that I used to be, and I'm no longer. I'm fine with that. Because it's on to the next chapter. I'm not fixing to keep spreading myself thin and devaluing myself. What if I run into I got the one woman I want to have for the rest of my life, but somebody she know I didn't, and it's probably somebody she too close to, or just the fact that so many people can say they had you. And for little or nothing, because had is past tense. None of them have you, then it's for nothing. And I don't mean that occasional, what you say, booty call. I don't mean that. I mean like that straight up, I'm here for you. I don't want you, I want you for me, and there's only me, and time for reconnections of yourself, reevaluations. And maybe I don't want to be like that. Maybe I do want to just be. But then again, some people just, they like their options. So hey, if you like your options, I say stick to it. If you like going option to option, I say lock in, stick to it. Yeah. I don't think that was funny. But anyway, I'm gonna call it night. I'll probably try and slide back on there later on. But I'm gonna try and relax my mind. I don't wanna go to bed yet, because if I go to bed now, I'm gonna be back up at like 2 in the morning. And are any of you guys gonna be up at 2 in the morning if I go live? Thank you for joining. Hope you hit the like already. If you are, I guess you're coming back in. If not, hit the like, please. And then I'll know you're a new viewer. Or just leave. You don't just want to be an option. I am no woman's option. I am the choice. I am the only choice. The best choice. No options. I did a brave thing today. I took the block off of all of those who I needed to get some time away from. I forgive. I can't forget. But there is room for conversation. But for anybody to come off a block list and be cool again, there must be conversation. So I think I'm gonna let this go for another 10 minutes. I wish YouTube would be so cool if they had like a chime bell. Like if somebody comes in and like tap the screen or something and like ding, let you know somebody here. Thanks for the like. If you haven't subbed, please go sub. We have enjoyable conversations here. I was going to cut off at 8 o'clock, but I had to take care of some business, so I guess I'll stick around for a little while. Well, no, I was going to cut off. Y'all care to tell me who in here? Or y'all just silent watching? Which ain't nothing wrong with that. Just be thankful you're here. It's hard to be like, I try and stay consistent with my demeanor. But it's been trying. Part of me just want to act out. Hey Brenda, how you doing? Thank you for joining. I really appreciate that. Hope you had a chance to hit the like. I'm not sure. She was in here earlier. I'm not sure if she's still here. Thanks for the like. I'm just trying to be. I'm all right. Just trying to stay consistent with the way I move and how I feel. So, but it's been a journey. It's been a journey. Yeah, I guess it's the pookie schmookie or whatever. Yeah. How are you doing, Brenda? I thank you for that. I thank you. I appreciate the blessings. I appreciate the prayers. Thank you. Good person. I know that, Brenda. You are a very good person. I heard that. I pray every morning, but I've been trying to get in. I said I'm gonna stop saying trying, so I'm not. What I'm doing now is, because I actually am, is I'm praying throughout the day, having more conversations with God. Is helping me through tough stuff, because I'm constantly reminded that this is God's work, and all that I go through is what He puts me through. And I can get through it. It's a lesson, but it's education. I heard that, praying day by day I get strength. For sure. For sure. So how was your day? Did you, were you productive today? I was just, it's a lot. So you could probably, if you watch the replay, you can see what I got into, what I was talking about. But it was just about reconnecting with yourself, and then reconnecting with others, and trying to get that uniformed electricity going. miss so much, but if change is what's necessary, if change is what's going to help, if I have to change it all out, then I guess, well, I know that's what God wants me to do. Well, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. You seem to be an important person in some people's lives, and I'm praying for you to be able to enjoy them a little bit more and in good health. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's the least I can do. You still support, always encouraging. You deserve, the least you deserve is a prayer. Like, come on now. Mama raised me to recognize what's right, what's good, what's worthy, and who. The older I get, the less I am a fan of change. The older I get, the more I wish the things would stay the same. The good things. So I guess I am like 50-50. Like, I do welcome change when it's coming from a negative place to a positive place. But what I would like to stay the same is all the good. That's actually a goal in life. Like, that should be a goal for everybody. Like, to be able to change what we can that is what we deem as negative about ourselves and negative about our relationships. Change that for the better and hold on to what's already good. Because we always, like, no matter how good it is, it could be one bad thing and we run from it. 2, 3 bad things, I would say run from it, but it'd be just that one. I think we always trying to stay step ahead of our whatever we got going on, even in relationships. Most people in relationships trying to stay a step ahead. They plan B, I'm gonna leave first before that happen, or before this come up. The older you get, the less you want things to change. And that be the hardest thing about change. Because most change is like it comes when it comes hard. Like, it don't come peacefully. It come violent. That be the change. The older you get, the worse change feel like. Because you realize, like, the older you get, the more you miss it. The older you get, the more you lose. The more you've lost. So as you go further, you want to hold on to what is around you that is good. And even what's not good, you want to try and get it right so that it could stay there, because it's the opposite of change. It's consistency. It's steadiness. One of the craziest sensations that I don't know if everybody will ever, like, experience it, but waking up one morning and opening your eyes, well, I guess everybody has experienced it. We've all experienced that time where we went to someone's house, camp, just somewhere else besides our own homes, and went to sleep and woke up and, like, realized that I'm not in my own bed. Even if you went to bed knowing that you're somewhere else, you wake up and you get that sensation like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not at home. I'm not where I'm usually at. So on the vice versa, that, like, say you staying with somebody and y'all living together, and the change comes, that violent change, and it's that one morning that you wake up and you roll over and you like, wait, oh damn. And the older you get, the harder that gut punch is. Because no matter how young you are, in everybody's purview, you still know that you're getting older. Whether you 52 or 25, you know when you're getting older. You know that you're getting older. And it starts to close in, like what's my ceiling? I don't know. But no matter what my ceiling is, because my ceiling could be right here, and we all like to believe our ceiling is a lot higher, but our ceiling could be real close. And what I mean by that is we could be really close to ending up going to the upper room. The upper room. So change is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Damn. You might even end up accepting things that you would never ever accept. Because you're worried about change. That's why I tell people, like, stop using your age as some excuse to continue to not make decisions to not make things, to lock in, so you keep on bringing options around and trying to hold on to options. The point where you get to that, I'm not trying to have many options, I'm trying to lock in. What we do here is, right, so say for instance you're in a relationship or whatever, you got the relationship, you thinking, all right, being single is going to fix everything for now because I can lock into this and lock into that and lock into that. But we so multi-dimensional, multiversed, I guess. That's not what life is about. You're supposed to be able to combine all that and lock it in together. Less the distractions, less the options, because then you can focus more into this. But we so busy, and then you don't even realize that even when you're single, you still, you more distracted than when you're single than you was when you was locked in. So many more distractions. You don't even have that to roll over to no more. So it's like, oh shit, I got to go see if do I want to. You got to learn things all over again, people all over again. You got to, what they like is totally different from what they was liking and what you got used to being able to provide. And I tell y'all lock in soon. Stop worrying about everything else. Being so consumed with all of the fantasies and all of the possibilities. Find what's stable. Find what's loving. Find what's for you. And lock in. So scared. Or maybe we don't think we deserve that or we earned that. But for me, and for people who realize that every day you're getting a little bit older, that's all we own is locking in. Locking in. Oh, shoes, I might have grabbed the wrong thing when I locked in, but I'm locked in. That's mine. Do the best I can with it. Oh, she came with a little, a pass. It's mine now. Gotta lock in. Gotta make sure we locked in together. Because I'm getting older and I ain't got time to keep on running back and forth, trying to see who I'm gonna lock in with, or just saying forget it and just running back and forth all the time. It's tiring and it's expensive. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see you after that day. And right now I'm with you, and ooh, shoots, that's tiring. It's tiring with just one. It's tiring when you locked in. Sometimes you get oh man, here she come with this argument again, or oh man, I done messed up, So now I got to do this all over with somebody brand new, and then the crazy part is I'm old enough to realize that I'm only getting the best of this person right now. Whatever I'm learning from this person right now is only the best of this person. What's gonna happen on the other side of this when I start finding out that she got roaches. You know what I'm saying? Her feet, you know, I don't know, like she got long toenails that scratch you in the bed, or she got 6 neighbors she just was knocking down, and I don't know, man. You gotta lock in. You gotta lock in. Lock in and be honest too. Don't think about these options though. Keep on chasing these options. Chasing options that ain't chasing you. The worst thing anybody want to do is be like, you go in the room and there's several people that you done dealt with, and you with your mainstay. It have to be the most uncomfortable stuff ever. And that's why I think so many people give up too, because they figure they done did so much, ain't nobody gonna take them seriously like that. Just don't know, man. Like, especially when you believe in, when you really about God. And I ain't talking in the church sense. I'm not talking in the Bible sense. But there are people in church that be in the Bible and that don't. That you just know they're about God. They're about believing. They're about positive affirmations. They're about that type stuff. You just know. And if we trying to carry ourselves God-like, I guess, with some people Christian-like, that's what we doing. We not out here doing things that we wouldn't be able to go to church and brag about doing if we were going to church. I guess I figured the other part of that too, though, is the older you get, the more you want to latch on to your childhood, maybe, or latch on, or try to see what those moments you missed would look like. Try and reenact them, I guess. But that's childish. I don't know. Well, yeah, I've been on here babbling. Once again, I know I like to talk about relationships and love and all that, but I'm such a romantic. And I just really wish that everybody could find their one. Or their two. I ain't judging. Be happy and honest and loyal and supportive to one another. It's an amazing thing. So yeah, that's my time, and I appreciate everybody that joined. Hit the like, and I haven't seen, but perhaps sub. I'm wishing you a great evening. Who knows? If I get a little bored, I might hit back online, but I'm older now. I don't do those things. I usually fall asleep. But whether you're gonna be up being productive, being entertained, or you going to sleep and going to dream la la land, be great, be the best you can, and know that I'm rooting for you. Let's go. And that's a wrap.